this has become one of our most popular segments of the week. It's called the Worst Caller of the Week segment, where everybody's voting on this. Myself, JD, our producer Jason Stein, the man who is in charge of pressing all the buttons, who does a fantastic job behind that glass. That would be Sean McCullum. And so we're all going to be voting on this. We narrow it down to 2, which is very difficult in itself because we certainly have a lot of spooky, interesting phone calls every day on this show. But today it's going to be David versus Manny. So I want you to listen to the first call, and maybe before we play it, I'll have our producer, Jason Stein, give us a little bit of background on it. Tell me, what's David talking about in this call?
By the way, I'm actually, I have a loose headphone jack, so I'm holding that into the socket. That is not me playing with my crumb.
Okay, thank you for letting us know about that.
What's a crumb?
By the way, hold on. I have to tell a story
That's
on
what
the air.
Borat calls a male genitalia.
I have to tell a story
gotcha.
on the air real quickly.
Crumb, huh?
I'm sure
Never heard
Stein
it
does
before.
not want me to share this story, but since we have a little bit of time.
You know what? We don't have a lot of time.
We have enough.
No, we have 9 minutes.
We have enough time.
Oh.
Trust me, we have enough time. It'll be 2 minutes.
Okay,
So
well.
we're watching the presidential debate last night. Myself, Jason Stein, JD, and Chris Wynn. And I ordered a pizza. My blood sugar was very low. I was very hungry, and Chris was nice enough to grab the pizza for me. I gave him the money for it. And there was one pizza left. I had had a couple pieces, and I was still extremely hungry. And Stein grabs the pizza. So you know me, in a joking fashion, I say, "What are you doing, mother effer?" It wasn't like in a, I want to punch you in the face.
it was you mother effer.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, it was in a joking
And you know how he
fashion.
gets when he's angry, when his blood sugar's low?
It wasn't.
Yeah,
It
I do.
wasn't. It wasn't.
was-
in,
I experienced it today, actually.
Yeah,
I think.
It was seething.
It wasn't.
I think me and our entire
First of
audience
all-
experienced it today.
Chris
First of all-
Wynn chowed down 3 slices.
I believe that.
not letting me
Brian
finish.
chowed down 3 slices.
Was it stuffed crust?
He's not letting me. He's not letting me finish the
I
story.
walked in the door. They said, "Hey, we ordered pizza. Have at it."
I
I
didn't
dared to
say
take a
that.
second slice,
I didn't say that.
and Brian basically slapped my hand.
The pizza, please?
First of all, I did not slap your hand. I did say mother effer in a very joking fashion. It wasn't because I was trying to punch you. So after I say that, Stein grabs the pizza, he throws it at me, and then he leaves. He just leaves.
I threw it on his plate.
Yeah, and then he leaves. Nothing else said. He just storms out and leaves.
You placed it on his plate, or you threw it at him?
He threw it. He
I
threw it. He flinged it. He flinged it.
I flinged it my ass. I
flinged it.
tossed it on his plate, and I said, "There you go."
From how far away?
There you go, King Brian.
then-
and then I left because you know
and he
how I
just
am,
storms
JD.
out.
I'm a very
I know.
proud man.
You are a very
Yeah,
proud
you're
individual.
very proud.
And I can respect that.
Thank
How
you.
far
Thank you,
away
JD.
were you when you actually gave it a good fling?
1 foot.
Oh, so that's not a toss.
I know that's a funnier story.
That's an
if I threw it in his
exaggeration.
face.
Okay,
I know that's a much
if you
better
if you
story,
actually took the
but
pizza,
not factually
if you took the
accurate.
pizza, put it in your hand, and
Okay,
crow hop
so
and toss it
flinging
right
it-
at
Not at all.
him, that would be throwing it.
So
Not at
flinging
all.
or throwing, this is moments before the presidential
No, what he
debate.
did was he gave it
Hold
to
on
you.
a
He
second.
gave you the pizza.
Hold on a second. This is moments
He
didn't. This
conceded
is
it.
moments before the presidential debate starts. He gets up and he leaves. Nothing else. He just storms out and he leaves. Just leaves.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that was.
I'm not going to be
Hey,
humiliated.
did you come back?
humiliated. That was
No,
humiliated.
I went home and I watched the debate at home.
He
that's
just
fair.
went home. So that was very normal.
Ordered my
behavior.
own pizza.
That was very, very normal behavior. Anyway, we will go now to our worst caller of the week segment. Let's start with David.
Also, one footnote: he then contacted my wife and told her of my bad behavior.
Oh,
So first thing this morning, I opened my eyes 5 minutes after waking up. I'm
don't think you wanna go
I'm
there.
at the Keurig making a cup of coffee. My phone rings and it's my wife saying, "What? Tell
So
me about
first
the
of all-
pizza."
First of
So
all,
that was nice.
I don't think that Jason Stein wants to go down that road.
I think that's a bit
Now
of a
we have
stretch.
6 minutes.
I don't
That's
think
more
that
than
was
enough time.
necessary to actually reach out to his wife and
so-
tattle on him. You
Well, because
tattled
you
on
guys
him.
are continuing to talk
You
about it. I'm
tattled
not.
on him.
First of all, it wasn't tattling. I don't think Stein wants to go down that road. There's a reason why I contacted his wife, and for personal reasons, it wasn't just because
All
of
right,
that.
the movie theater
It's
thing.
because I was playing with my crumb.
The movie
Did you
theater
take
thing.
vitamins?
That made sense. This wasn't necessary.
There's, like
this
I
did
said,
not call for
like I said,
a wife intervention
like
or
I
an
said-
attempted wife intervention.
By the way,
behind the scenes.
By the way, when I contacted his wife, I didn't mention anything about the pizza incident. So that's something else that he's not talking about. Yeah, exactly. I didn't mention anything about the pizza incident. That's not why I contacted her. All right, let's go to David's phone call first. David called into the Vegas take. What did he say here?
Well, David was talking. We were talking about coronavirus, and so David had a comment about Dr. Fauci and his time with the AIDS task force back in the 80s.
Let's hear it. David, thanks for calling in. What's on your mind?
What's up, David?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing all right.
From my understanding, Dr. Fauci, he was on the HIV and AIDS task force, and I'm still seeing commercials for people who are trying to take care of their HIV or AIDS. So Did he already not do one job? Why are we listening to a guy who didn't figure out HIV and AIDS?
What you're saying is absurd. Dr.
How
Fauci,
is that absurd?
Well, I'm going to try to tell you now, because as you know, when I say something like that, I have facts to back up my opinions. Dr. Fauci was not the person that was in charge to try to come up with here you go. Here's a pill to take. It'll make AIDS go away. What Dr. Fauci did was he got in there and he explained to people the seriousness of the virus. And do you know everything? Do you really think that we're in the same place now with AIDS that we were 30 years ago? Is that your position, David?
No, that's not what I said. What I said
Well, what are you
was,
saying?
No, what I said was they haven't figured out a cure for AIDS.
And that's Dr. Fauci's fault.
The entire country because of
David,
this.
I am going to shut you down now because you have an IQ of about 20. Yeah, he did. That was a pretty ridiculous call. All right, I don't want to influence the judges. Now, David's call is between Manny. Manny is next. Give me a little background on Manny.
Well, Manny, without giving it away, he was talking about we spent an hour on Breonna Taylor because one of the officers that was shot in that case gave an interview to Good Morning America. So we were talking about Breonna. So I'll let the audience judge for themselves as this guy, Manny, called in with a comment about Breonna Taylor.
Here's Manny. Manny, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, Manny?
What's up, guys? Listen, man, I totally disagree with all your callers. Listen, unless you've ever served a high-risk warrant, you don't understand what these guys got to do for a living. And you know what? It happens. I mean, we have innocent bystanders. It happens all the time. It's called collateral damage. It happens. What do you think is going to happen?
What do you mean? Okay, so hold on, Manny.
A high-risk warrant.
Manny.
You see a gun, you're gonna do your job. You're gonna protect yourself.
Okay, so Manny, let's just go through that for a second. You have a woman that's 6 feet underneath the ground. You would talk to her family and say, "Hey, sorry, it happens." That's number one.
Sorry, it happens.
Okay.
Don't be a POS.
So let me ask.
no,
Manny, no, you're gonna hold on for a second. You're calling Breonna Taylor a piece of crap. Why on earth would you say something like that? What on earth are you talking about? This was an innocent woman who did not deserve to die. How dare you say that about her? What are you talking about?
Dude, we live in reality, sir.
No, you don't live in reality. You're calling an innocent woman.
And I believe that she was actually on that warrant as well.
Okay, she did nothing wrong. She's dead. She's 6 feet underneath the ground.
Manny,
you know what, Manny? You are misinformed, and maybe you're the POS.
No,
Have a nice day.
Manny,
Yeah, exactly.
So he called. It was a little hard to tell.
He called her a POS. A POS.
The late Breonna Taylor
a POS. Yeah, absolutely absurd. All right, JD, we got 3 minutes here. Vote. What do you got?
I'm going to go with David.
All right.
Yeah, I think David was the worst.
All right, I'm not going to influence the judges.
No, I want to
here.
know. He's got to explain
Well,
why.
Why?
Yeah.
Because just because there's cases of HIV still in the United States, I mean, a cure doesn't mean that it's going to just completely destroy the virus and take it off the face of the earth. Like even when we have a vaccine for COVID-19, it'll probably be anywhere from 50 to 60% effective. And we've had a vaccine for the flu for a long time. I think since like the mid 1930s. And there's still anywhere from 35 to 80,000 deaths every single year.
All right, so JD, vote for David. Jason Stein, you're next.
Yeah, man. Well, while David's comment was extremely misinformed,
Yes, it was.
And ignorant,
Yes, it was.
I think it was just that. I just think he's just stupid.
Yes.
And
I think I know.
whereas Manny
no heart
actually sounded like he may have actually been in law enforcement. Because he said you don't know what it's like with
it happens.
these warrants. And so it leads me to believe he actually does know what he's talking about, which makes his comment all the more egregious.
Agree.
Calling a dead woman, innocent dead woman, a POS. So,
Agree.
Manny, for sure.
You stole the words out of my mouth. Usually I vote last, but I'm just going to echo exactly what you said. I'm going to go with Manny as well. I just think heartless piece of garbage. He's the POS. That's 2-1. Sean, you're going to decide here. Who are you voting for, man?
I'm going to go with Manny.
Oh, Manny's the winner.
And here's why. I'm going to get a little personal on here, and if they're drilling outside in the hallway, if you guys can hear that. But I'm going to go with Manny because, what if Manny had a son or a daughter and she was put in that position? Is he going to call her son or daughter a POS?
Completely agree. 3-1. Manny, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. You are the heartless POS worst caller of the week. Thank you very much, Manny. Congratulations.
You win nothing.
Yeah, feel free to call back anytime. It happens, Manny. Don't worry about it. It happens. Sometimes we pick
collateral
the worst.
damage.
Manny, I'm sorry. You're collateral damage. It happens. You just happen to be the worst caller of the week. Please accept our apologies.